Are you ready for a new recipe with sweet potatoes? Well, today we're going to learn how to make sweet potato salad. So simple, so easy, and yet now you can actually add this to your Daniel fast. I'm Annette Reeder, the biblical nutritionist, and I'm on mission to keep you on mission, and I'm doing that by serving God's recipe for excellent health. And I am enjoying this journey, and I hope you are too. And if you are, be sure and subscribe down below and hit that bell next to it so you can get notified every video we produce and put out on YouTube. I really am honored that you're here. All right, let's get started. So we are going to, like I said, we are using this book here. And so it's the recipe here. You can see it right there. And so it's very simple. It is so simple. We were all shocked when we were putting this recipe together. Okay, so we're going to take some sweet potatoes. They've already been cooked and cubed, of course peeled. Just chopped them up into some really small bite-sized pieces. The smaller the pieces, the better, because it just mixes better. If they're too big and chunky, then your salad looks a little odd. To this, we're going to add some green pepper. Now, at first, when I was preparing this recipe, I was going to use my dehydrated peppers and rehydrate them, but it didn't have the crunch that I wanted for this salad. So already you can see we've got vibrant colors, so this is going to be a beautiful dish. You could actually serve this at Thanksgiving. It would be delicious. You could serve it at Easter, Passover, and it would be a delicious addition. To that, we're going to add some chopped sweet onions. Now, for some people, the amount I put in there might be too much for your family. Maybe you just need to omit the onions. Depends on your family and what they desire. Okay, so our next ingredient is going to be the salt. Okay, so we're going to add that. And we're going to go ahead and mix in the pepper. Now, salt, I use the Redmond's Real Salt, and I've done a video on how to choose a good salt and why I use that salt. So I'll put a link to that video down below and also a link to the salt. It is my favorite, even above the Himalayan salts that are out there. And I just use it all the time. Then we're going to put in some freshly crushed pepper. Now realize when you're dealing with spices, when you freshly crush them, you're going to have a more fragrant, definitely, because you're going to smell it, but also a higher burst of flavor. And so it takes less of a freshly crushed pepper than it's going to take of the pepper that's been in your cabinet for the last 5 years, because that has pretty much lost most of its flavor. Okay, so all we have to do that is add our yogurt. Now, if you're doing this during the Daniel fast, I would use a non-dairy yogurt. So today we are using a coconut yogurt. And we're just going to mix that up. And I told myself ahead of time, don't put it all in, just in case I didn't need it all. Kind of depends on how many sweet potatoes you have. And looks like I'm going to have just a little bit extra on the yogurt. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to let this refrigerate for an hour just so those flavors can marinate with each other. And then to serve it, to make it even more beautiful on the table, I would just scoop it into a lettuce bowl. And then serve it just like this as a beautiful side dish. This would be just so delicious at a tea party. I know tea parties are usually eating the pastries, or a light lunch, but this is just so good. You really got to try it. The coconut yogurt is going to add just a little bit of a different twist. Normally I would have just a regular dairy yogurt, but if you're doing this during the Daniel fast, we're trying to avoid animal products. And so there you have our sweet potato salad. I hope you like this. Let me know when you try it what you thought. Did you add anything different in? I was just thinking, it just came to my mind that we could have actually added some chia seeds to add just a few black specks to it. That would totally make it look even better. There's probably a lot of things that you could add to it to make it look different, more appealing, although I love it just like it is, and to taste as delicious as your family will love. Anyway, Annette Reeder, the biblical nutritionist. Remember, I'm serving God's recipe for excellent health so that you can be on mission. Join me next time